when I was in 7th grade, the boy that I liked asked me to go to the carnival with him. And I was super excited, but I was also very nervous. So I asked two of my best friends to come with us. They agreed, so I told him about it, and he was really cool. He asked two of his friends to go also. Well, the night of the carnival comes, and our parents drop us off there separately. Automatically, we were having a blast. There was cotton candy, all kinds of fried junk food. There was different games you could play for the big prizes, and of course there were rides. Well, being the daredevil that I am, I wanted to ride the biggest ride that the carnival had to offer, which was called the Zipper. And what that ride is, it's really tall and it goes super fast, and you're sitting in a cage along with one other person, and the individual cage is spinning while the entire ride is spinning also. So it's pretty scary, and it jerks you around a lot, but I mean it's fun. So I asked him to get on the ride with me, and he seemed kind of hesitant, but he agreed because I mean he didn't want to seem like a scaredy cat in front of the girl he liked. So it's our turn to get strapped up and into the ride safely, and the carnival worker comes, and he does everything pretty fast. Like, he double checks, but it doesn't seem like he's really too worried about making sure everything's okay. I guess because he had done it so many times before. I didn't really think much of it until we got to the very top of the ride, and the carnival worker pushes the lever forward to start the ride at full speed. And that's when I realized I wasn't strapped in all the way. I flew face first into the front of the cage, out of my seat. And all in a matter of seconds, I started screaming, I started crying, I was freaking out, and I mean, so was my date. You can imagine the fear of being a 13-year-old kid watching the person you're with almost fly out of a carnival ride. And thankfully, the carnival worker, he made the ride go backwards on the control panel, and when that happened, my seat strapped in safely. I heard the click, and I was finally secure. So I had to sit in the rest of the ride, freaking out and crying. And finally, when it was over, my date went and told the worker what happened, and they shut the ride down for a few hours, I guess, to make sure everything went wrong. And I'm sure the worker got chewed out. Well, I called my mom to pick me up and told her what happened. I was so shaken up by it, I just had to leave. And I'm just thankful that, I'm okay and nothing happened to me or my date, but just put yourself in that position, being a 13-year-old girl. You think you're on a date with the guy you like and everything's gonna go fine, but somehow a small mistake that's overlooked can turn into a freak accident. But I'm glad it didn't, and I'm still here, and, everything worked out. So, thankfully, I have this to remember, and now me and the guy are still friends, and sometimes he laughs about it. He's like, oh, you were super scared, but at the time he was too. And that's my story.